Welcome back, everyone. This is Lay It on the Table podcast. I am Leah the Zal. We got Stephen L. and we got D-Lo. And
Do it.
just to let y'all know, this is entertainment. We're here to make y'all laugh, make y'all talk, and everything above. So look, if you're trying to be super serious, super serious and in your feelings,
listen, if you don't laugh, D-Lo's going to come beat you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say him to
Simple
beat
as
you
that.
up.
Watch your mouth because the shit may
And,
come back to you.
It's just, life is too short. We just need to laugh. So just don't take this too seriously unless we get into some serious topics.
Besides, how can you guys be mad at that? Look at that face, guys. Come on.
Right.
Yeah. How can you be mad
How
at
could
that?
y'all be mad at these people right here? Me?
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm taking all cash apps, Zales. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on-
We'll link the cash shop tag below. Y'all want
I
to
may
know.
fuck around and do a GoFundMe. You did.
Yeah,
D,
but
of
anyways, let's
course.
get into it. How's your week been? Anything exciting, new going on in anybody's lives here?
I'm going to LA Saturday.
Okay.
Going to LA to go to Hollywood for a movie premiere, red carpet edition.
Mr.
You
Celebrity.
dig? I don't want to be considered no celebrity. I'm just a nigga out here making moves. You dig? Leah the Dow is a celebrity, goddamn.
Please stop. No, I'm not a
She's the damn
celebrity.
celebrity.
No.
She
No.
stayed going viral.
There's that walking billboard we all miss and
The
love.
walking billboard. Look, I could depend on D to be my walking billboard.
That's right. Hey, D,
Always.
tell me this. Are you going to stop at Tam's when you're out there?
Tams, man, you know me, man. When I'm on a mission, man, I don't know, man. But I'm gonna say this though. Leah trying to talk. You see Leah trying to talk her big one, right? I can go to the club with Leah tonight, right? I could walk in with her, but once we get in, I ain't gonna be able to find her. Her as a celebrity, man. I ain't gonna be able to find her. She
I
tucked
be
off
chilling.
somewhere.
I be chilling though. Like
She be tucked
that's
off
the thing.
somewhere.
Like I be chilling. People, they hello. But I be chilling though. I don't do too much.
She
I
don't
don't
take
flash.
numbers. She don't take numbers. She take
don't like
IGs, man.
Yeah, I don't take IGs.
Explain
I
that.
Chilling.
Explain what happens when you just only take IGs. Explain that one.
You get caught up.
Mm.
That's
So what
me.
you're basically saying is the new age of giving somebody the wrong number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What she basically
Okay.
saying, Steve-O, is that the new age is they talk too much. That's how you get caught up.
Motherfuckers talk too much. Like I've never met so many people that talk too much. Like I've never met so many people that just love to run their fucking mouth. Like it's easy. Like if you like, but people like to brag, right? So that's a given.
That's some shit you
But
do when
it's
you're
like
in high school. Though. When you
nowadays-
get older, this
Oh,
shit
so that's
no.
real. Like that's high
But
school
you gotta
shit.
think
That's
about
what
it.
I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all got to think about it. Most dudes and most niggas want getting it like that back then. They ain't ask them to see their girlfriend in elementary or high school. You gonna see what I mean? They ain't had nothing like that. And now when they get older, they get something. They don't know how to act. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is.
but
they gotta tell
still,
everybody.
you got older people that still don't know how to act.
Well, like, once again, most of them niggas that's older, they got their way because they got a little money.
Like,
Back
keep it
then,
P.
Back then, what do you say? Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all
Back
on me.
then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Shout out to Mike
Who?
Jones.
Mike
Mike
Jones.
Jones.
Mike
Who?
Jones.
What'd you say, Steve?
Who?
281-330-8004. Give Mike Jones a phone to load. Like,
Hey, I used to call that number when I was a kid and I first heard that
too.
number. I called it and he actually answered it one time. I
Shut the
swear to God, it was
no,
one
shut
time.
up, C.
It was before he shut the phone off.
really?
Yep, it was because it was.
Lucky.
You got to remember, I was in Texas. Me and my friends called it because it was when Still Tippin' came out. We were like,
Ooh, that's that song.
and it was like right when it dropped. It was BET uncut. Staying up, being little badasses. And
BET Uncut was crazy.
was crazy.
Shout out to Steve-O, man. BET Uncut was crazy. Like that shit, you had motherfuckers, big booties and thongs, all that shit.
Yeah.
Nelly, shout out to Nelly, man. Nelly had it going
He started
crazy.
it. He did.
It was funny too, but he didn't say much. I swear to God, when he answered it, he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
For
Like,
real?
"Oh, you're Mike Jones." He's like, and what he say? He's like, "Yes, sir," and then click.
You were lucky enough.
We
man.
got that. Even just a little bit of that, it was like,
Him
oh, shit,
and
all
fucking
right.
Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy dropped this number. Oh, best believe calling every day.
But you know what? Mike Jones changed his number. I think it was like months after that, because they went and they interviewed him and they called his phone. They're like, "Nah, you really don't. No, if somebody calls you, that's not really your number." He's like, "Call it," and they called it and he answered it right there on the interview. But then it was like
What?
shortly after that, even that's when he changed his number and you
Oh, okay.
couldn't get
he
through
was
no
like,
more.
yeah, no, we
Yep,
can't
he got
do
too
this
big.
anymore.
I don't blame him. He got too big.
You was calling that motherfucker.
Damn,
that
that's
motherfucker ain't
crazy.
say. You call his phone. It didn't say who. Mike Jones. That motherfucker said this number has been disconnected.
After a while, it sure the fuck did. Hey, you know another person I got through one time? Do you guys remember Kat Stacks back in the day?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So when her number got leaked, I called her number and she answered it. This bitch was out of her mind. When I called her, she was like, "Rah!" Like it was like I was like, hold on, is this Kat Stacks, right? Like I swear to God. And she was like, I love what she said. I love Waka Flocka. She kept talking about Waka Flocka and
What?
shit. Yep. And that was during the time when she was fucking around with Waka Flocka and that
Damn.
whole thing.
Waka
happened.
Flocka. Was you really
Yep.
fucking around with
Yeah.
her?
I hope not, bro. For your sake, bro.
Waka.
Waka.
I like Waka though. Like
Shout out to Waka,
the first
man.
time I
Shout out to
saw
my boy-
Waka,
Shout
the
out to my
first
boy
time
Black, man.
I saw Waka in person was 2010, and I was just turned 18, and we were in PHX at the time, before it became Monarch and all that extra bullshit.
I remember back in the days. I remember
PHX.
PSX. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, that was back in the day,
yes,
though.
that
I
was
remember
the spot. That was the spot.
I'm not even
And-
from here, and I remember that.
Yeah, no, that was the spot, and I was there, and I was with my older boo that was 40.
Oh, that's episode 2, guys. If y'all haven't
Yeah.
seen it, she explains that whole situation.
Yeah, that was when I was with the older person.
The
And
older person.
no, no
Why Liz here
shade.
like that, like a motherfucker like 89 or
No
something?
shade.
He's like the
but-
uncle. The
Hey
old
man,
ass.
them old
Look,
can't
no,
trust
no,
them old.
no.
Them old niggas get them young
Nah,
girls, man.
no shade, but that's that at that time. And then he was in the music industry, so he had booked Waka for PHX. And then
Oh, that's hard.
we were actually like, I was actually going to the bathroom, and Waka was walking in, and then his like security guard was talking to me. He was like, "Hey, like he wants to talk to you. Like he wants to, he wants to talk to
So
you."
you saying Waka Flocka want to holler at you? You know, Lee is alright. You want to talk to you?
He wanted to talk to me. He had his security guard or whoever it was. He was like, "Hey, he wants to talk to you." So I was like, "All right." So I was following him, right? And so when I was following him, then the dude I was with was like, "Oh hell no! What the fuck you doing talking to? Like, what are you doing right now? Why are you walking over there?"
Oh man.
I believe
And I
she
was
laid
like-
it down.
But
He-
I was
he on
like,
your
but I
heel.
was so young, and I was 18, so I was like, of course, I'm like Waka Flocka,
Let's
like,
Waka.
Man,
yeah,
you should have said Waka.
huh?
Squad.
Squad gang,
Hey,
Brick Squad.
Brick Squad. Hey, what do you guys think about the recent thing that just went viral about him telling everybody if you're voting for Biden, you can leave my concert?
I saw that.
That's crazy,
crazy.
That was a
bro.
bold move because
over political stuff.
You can
the
lose money
political.
out there.
Yeah, no, you.
That's
really
the difference
can.
between. Now I ain't gonna lie. I fucks with Waka. Waka.
He's cool.
Squad.
I fuck with Waka, right? But I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I'm from Chicago, man. I love money. You know what I'm saying? And credit, right? You gotta love credit, because credit is the new thing and currency is the new thing. But I'm gonna say this. I don't give a fuck what you is. Democrat,
Republican.
Republican, long as you bring
Independent.
in dollars, that I'm gonna let y'all handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The politicians, what they do for me. You know what I'm saying?
Politicians
Right.
just they like everyone else.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
what they do.
Well, that's why when I saw that, I'm like, man, if I'm Waka, right? I don't give a fuck. You voting Biden? You voting Trump? I don't care if you're voting for the fucking elephant down the street. Like, for me, it's,
I'm gonna
Okay,
put the elephant
like-
down the street.
right. For me, it's just like if you're
cares?
here spending money, you're spending money, man.
Yeah.
You're my people. You spending money with me.
I do
For
get
me,
where he
you're
going.
my people.
I do get where he going, because when Trump was in office, it was a lot of bread coming and flowing.
And
You know what
look,
I mean?
It
and
was.
look, how,
It was.
okay, look.
We
So
was getting checks
okay,
randomly.
listen to this though. When we dropped that other episode, right? Everybody in the comments like, Trump wasn't doing nothing. Like, did you see those
I
comments?
did. I saw that.
People were in there
Some-
feeling, like, and this was just us like fucking around, like joking, right? We was just joking, and people were serious, like, nah, Trump didn't do nothing for us. Y'all so stupid. This, I'm like,
I'm gonna say this: when each president, Leah got a good point. We done had a lot of presidents, right? That's the first president where you was expecting to check.
listen, when listen, no,
There's truth
no,
to that.
listen. Look, here's what happened, right? COVID happened, right? That was like the time that people didn't know what was gonna happen.
Right. Right.
We lost our jobs. We couldn't work for a minute. Everybody, like, people were sick, right? So people were like, "Oh my God, how are we gonna get money? How, like, if we can't work right now, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna pay our bills? How are we gonna do that?" Right? And he dropped the fucking unemployment, and it was like $800 a week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was $800 a week.
That's party
Imagine
time.
being with someone else and y'all both getting $800 a week.
Oh, you're balling.
What the fuck am I working for? What am I gonna go back to work
You're
for?
balling at that point.
So people are like, no, Trump did this and that. Like, they were like going in, but it's just like, you have to face the facts. At the time, when people thought like, how I'm gonna get money to pay my bills, how I'm gonna make a living, how I'm gonna do this, and these fundings came in.
Listen.
That's the one thing. Like, I mean, you can't deny that. Like, the fundings came in.
This is why Leah Dow have a great point, right? So I don't think y'all realize, right? I don't get into the political.
Because we were
stuff.
worried.
Very
We
worried.
were all
I don't
worried.
get into the political stuff, but I'm gonna say this: do y'all know it's some countries that they get checks? Do you know that they get checks from their government to survive? Right. Same thing Trump was doing. So what Trump was basically doing was, so our biggest distributors in the United States is like China, Mexico, and stuff like that. What he was doing was trying to make us make money from our own state. We produce and make our own money, right? So he was trying to keep that money within instead of giving out all that money to these other countries, which I'm not, like I said, I don't have a problem with Biden or Trump.
Yeah.
But what Trump was trying to, it was a lot of money flowing.
At the time, there was a lot of money flowing.
was
You can't deny that.
Money was
a
flowing.
lot of
within
money
the United
was flowing.
States. If it was flowing if it was going out, that's cool. As long as it's flowing within. He was doing that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Donald Trump, man.
People just
Biden,
mad
shout out to
because
Donald Trump.
you know who's mad?
That money was flowing with
the
Trump.
people that wasn't getting that money. That's who. That's the one. The motherfuckers that's
Well,
mad.
everybody had a check. You probably got the check. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you didn't file taxes.
Yeah.
Those are the people that were really mad. Let's just keep it a buck, because if you look at the time and when people were scared, like they didn't know about that whole virus, they didn't know about nothing. It just came about, right?
Yep.
From China. So people were worried about their livelihood. So when all that funding came in, it was like, yes, we're grateful. Like, shit, we can still live. But the fact that people are now like, Trump didn't do nothing, he's this and that. I'm like, did y'all forget that we were still able to survive because of the funding?
So you said Trump didn't do nothing. I'm gonna say this. So I'm from Chicago, y'all.
I don't care. Y'all can flame me.
Chicago
but
just had 109 shootings over the 4th of July weekend. Within a couple days, they had 109 shootings, 20 killed. Right? When Trump was in the office, this is no shade at nobody. I don't throw shade. I'm gonna say this. That was the most the crime was down in Chicago ever.
It was. It really was.
Not a lot of crime. It
was.
went down because them checks was
It's
flowing. All
flowing.
it is people want money.
People wasn't
Everybody
hating.
was balling.
They was.
Everybody
like
was
we
balling.
talked about.
When
They
that
were
money
balling.
left, they started running them stoves. I said stove. They started running. They started running them stoves. They started running in them stores. They started running in them cell phone stores, the malls, and taking everything because the money
Looting.
stopped.
Right.
You
The
know what I'm saying?
looting
When
wasn't
that money
there.
was flowing, I ain't gonna lie, it was all, Of course, it's always
cool.
gonna be racism. We got racism. It don't matter if it's blue or red. It don't
Look.
matter.
It don't matter,
It is
actually.
what
It doesn't matter,
yeah.
man. It's on both
But the
sides
money
of it
was
all.
flowing.
But it's just the fact that people was grilling like, no, like actually, like Trump didn't do shit. Actually, that was before him, and then it came into play, and then after that, like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
It was
No one
wild.
cares.
It was wild. I mean, those were, that was a very, those were some, I like, somebody said it best. They said, man, I'm never going to forgive some of the people that behaved the way they did back in 2020. I agree with it. I'm like, man, some of y'all, man, y'all look like
They were
jackasses.
wildin'.
Y'all look like jackasses the way y'all acted, the way y'all treated people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And, it's just one of them situations.
Yeah.
Let's jump on the WNBA real fast. Let's give some
Crazy.
props.
Great
Let's
match
give some.
together.
Let's give some props to the two young ladies that have been killing the
Start
game
off with
right now.
Caitlin
Killing the game.
Clark.
Right. Yep.
She's the first WNBA player, Leah, to get
Oh,
a triple.
I didn't
easy,
fart, y'all.
easy, good.
Oh, man,
easy.
over here.
I didn't fart. That was
That
the
was
last
D.
one.
It was
That
D.
the last-
It was D. Don't worry, guys. It was
Gotta let
D.
it go. No, I'm playing. But no, Caitlin Clark is the first WNBA player to average. Well, not to average. I take that back. To have a triple double in a game as a rookie in the WNBA.
Shout out to the
Go ahead,
women.
Steve.
Shout out to the
Well,
women.
you know what? I want to. Here's the deal. I want to know a woman's opinion on how. That's actually a really big accomplishment for the WNBA. So for you, on the women's side of things, how do you feel like a woman is? There's a young woman out there breaking records like that in a professional sport.
That's absolutely awesome. Like, honestly, like you don't get a lot of you don't see a lot of that right now for women to like accomplish shit like that outside of the normal stuff we're used
Breaking
to.
down barriers
You know what I
right
mean?
now.
That's barriers.
Yeah,
like,
breaking down barriers.
And I don't know the last time a person or a woman broke down some barriers. I think it's been like a minute.
It's been a long time. And here's the thing about Caitlin Clark, man. Like, for me, it goes beyond just the game. my lower respect for her is the fact that all the criticism, the hate that she gets, she don't pay no attention to it. She's like,
Wait,
I don't.
what kind of hate does she get?
Oh man,
She gets a lot of hate?
it's it's just like, oh, white privilege. She's white pride. Oh, well, she thinks she's too
okay.
good. For her, she's like, I'm just here to play a game. I don't have social media. I'm just here to do what I love. I love doing. Same with Angel Reese, and I want to shine the light on
Why
Angel
does
Reese
that make
too.
her white privilege though? Because she make accomplishments. Like,
It's the internet.
Like, what is that? Wait,
It's the internet.
So what?
Internet
Okay, her
creating the narratives.
accomplishments. What does that
Leah got
make?
something?
I want to know for real. Like, this is a serious question. Because she's white and she just had a huge like milestone. What about that makes that white privilege when she earned it?
It's a
It
good
seems like she
question.
working hard.
Do you do they think that someone gave that to her or?
Well, they think what it comes down to is because she won't respond back to the haters and she won't respond back to all
Of
the
course,
criticism.
people are mad.
So therefore, they'd say, "Oh, she's just privileged because she's like," and she said it, and she
No.
and this is something I'm like, there it is. She goes, "I don't have social media, and I don't care about that. Like, I don't even pay attention
See,
to any
that's-
of it. I'm just here to play a game. I'm just here to do what I love doing. That's it."
That's what's wrong with people. People love when other people respond. They
Right.
love that drama. They love
That's
the
what they
back
want.
and forth, right? That's what you want to see. This is a show. But when you have people, and this is me, like, I don't respond to a lot of shit. I don't. Like, there's a very few occasions when I do. But overall, even with my family, I don't respond to a lot of stuff. And people hate that. They like,
Right.
it's like the worst thing you could do is be silent. But silence is what speaks more. You don't have to
Every time.
respond to everything. You don't have to respond to every criticism. You don't have to respond to anything because that's your life. Like, I feel like I don't have to respond to nothing. There could be shit going around. I don't have to respond to shit.
Well, and that's why I want to give a big shout out to Angel Reese too, because Angel Reese also, you got the statistics on Angel Reese.
Coming from me and Steve on and Leah the Dow, Angel Reese is the first WNBA player to average a double-double 14 consecutive games straight.
It's crazy.
She played for the
When you
Chicago
said
Sky.
double-double, I thought of fucking
Double-double,
In and
so
Out.
like
I'm
10
hungry.
assists.
I thought of In and Out. I'm hungry as hell.
So for an example,
A double-double protein style, extra onions.
The double-double.
With
extra
animal
onions.
style fries with extra cheese.
1963.
Shout out to Big In and Out.
But no, Angel Reese is the first WNBA player to average a double-double, meaning like 10 assists, 10 points, or like 20 points and like 10 rebounds. Double-double in 14 consecutive games. She played for the Chicago Sky. She's also leading all rookies to win Rookie of the Year.
That's
You know what
major.
I mean? Right now, it's looking
That's
like it's going to be
major.
a fight between her and Caitlin Clark. Them two is like changing the WNBA. It's kind of like when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson joined the NBA. You get what I'm saying?
I'm
So-
rooting for. Man, I'm rooting so hard for both of them. It's just like I can't even.
It's major though.
It's like I can't even be like, oh, I'm this side or that side. I'm rooting so hard for the both of them, and it's mainly for the fact of at the age that they are, they're so young. It's just like I want them to just really go after, and I've always been like this. Anybody that's at that age and they're really young, I always want to see them chase after the things that they
Yeah.
love. Life is too short. And it's just like, and I'm so glad that like the way that they deflect criticism and the hatred that they get, it's just like it makes me respect them even. It makes me a much more of a fan of theirs. So it's like, man, I'm even a bigger fan because it just
To me,
how
they
much
making
more they
history.
deflect.
Does
it.
it
To me,
remind
it's
you
about
of the
making
times
history.
where people were grinding, like to
Right.
get what they need to go? Like,
And they're
you know
not
what I mean?
stopping. But the thing is, if you look at Angel Reese's history, her mom was also a superstar as well.
Was she?
It runs in the family. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Her mom was a beast. And that's how I know her mom is probably so excited for the accomplishment that her daughter's doing because that's what her mom. Her mom's looking at a spitting image of her.
Yeah.
So you said Angel
That's
Reese
dope.
what now?
Her mom. Her
Did your
mom was a
homework.
beast too, man. Her mom.
Yeah?
That's where Angel gets it from, man. Her
So
mom
Angel Reese, mom was cold. To
was a
basketball, too.
cold basketball player,
Okay.
bro. He's a beast, and it runs in the family, man. And think about that. You think of yourself as you're a father, right? And you try to do all these accomplishments, and you are successful, but then all of a sudden your seed comes up and just supersedes every bit of that, and is now the superstar breaking all these records. Man, I'd go home and be like, my life's accomplished. I like as a parent, I'd be like, what else do I do from here?
I did what I need to do.
Yeah, I did what I need to
and-
do. What else do I do from here?
Yeah.
So it's a big shout out to them. That's shit.
Look.
It's major.
Like, it's crazy because people always want to downplay people's success, right?
Right.
And they want to like even with the Caitlyn thing, like it's just like that's crazy because it's like what do you mean? Like you think someone's handing that to her? She's putting in the work. She's showing her skills. Like
Right.
how is that privilege? So, and don't get me wrong. In some instances, like other things, it could be that. But why people want to automatically because they're white that it has to be white privilege?
You know, I think the internet, they love creating narratives. I think we've seen it from time to time that when it comes to any kind of situation, especially when it's like a positive thing and somebody's becoming super successful, look at Shannon Sharp, right? That man took the interview world, podcast world by storm. Right. Took it by storm.
He blew that shit up.
And I recently watched something with Shannon Sharp, and he said, you know, he goes, the moment that everything that I've done just, became in front of the world, all of a sudden all these narratives came to play. I'm gay. I'm this.
Right.
I'm that. You know, Shannon Sharp talks about that. And he really breaks it down. He goes, man, I'm just working. I'm putting out, you know, I'm giving the people what they want. And you know, us speaking on Shannon Sharp, did you guys see the interview that he had with Meg Thee Stallion? That's going crazy right now. Right now. That shit was good. I ain't gonna lie. It was good.
What are your thoughts about that? And I'm gonna tell you my
thoughts
about it.
I sat down, took some time. As I was editing, I sat down, I watched...
Let me tell you my thoughts.
All right.
Tell your thoughts about it.
Hey, let's get into it.
Because hell no. Like so many lies in that motherfucking interview.
Oh, shit. Okay,
let's get into
it. Let's get into it.
So
okay.
many lies, but
so,
go ahead. What's your thoughts?
As everybody knows, I'm a Meg Thee Stallion fan, of course. You know,
Okay, of course.
I'm Team Meg.
Gang.
I'm Team Meg, you know, of course. In my opinion, I watched this interview. I think, you know, again, Shannon Sharp did an excellent job. He really touched upon stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I think he was very careful on some of the things that he asked her. He didn't dive in deep enough, in my opinion, on a lot of the controversy that surrounded her. You know, if I'm going to be honest, I will give Shannon Sharp this. Excuse me. He apologized to Meg Thee Stallion, though, right before the jump of the interview. He apologized to her, and it went viral. He told her, I'm sorry for making you basically a butt of a joke that could have been funny without mentioning your name in it. Because if you guys, I know me and Dee watched Nightcap quite a bit, but there was a segment on Nightcap where he made a joke where when it came to Meg Thee Stallion, he said he'd have her bent over like 2:45, just like on the front line. Yeah, you remember that shit? Yep. That shit, I don't care. That shit was hilarious, bro. Because you coming from Shannon Sharp, who's basically an uncle, you know, was talking about that shit, right? The dirty old uncle. But before they started the show, he actually apologized to her for that. He said, you know, I'm very sorry I said that.
I like that, though.
Yeah, he was, you know,
it's respect.
It's
like for women,
yeah.
period. Like,
he said, I'm very sorry that I said that because the joke could have been funny without me saying that about you.
Right.
He did say, he's like, I apologize if I hurt you, your family, or anybody involved. I'm sorry. That right there, I was already a Shannon Sharp fan. That right there is like, this is why I fuck with Shannon Sharp. It's like shit like that is like what.
But he's so chill though. Like,
very.
It's not he's like a controversial like podcast. Like he's
none at all.
He's very chill. He's very like medium with everybody that comes on there. You know what I mean? He doesn't like push things. He doesn't push narratives. He let things flow. So I appreciate that about him.
Yeah,
like,
he lets
you know
him
what I mean?
tell
He's
it.
just chill. So when people come at him, I'm like, you're coming at him? We
Right.
should be coming at other people. Like, he's the most chill out of every interview.
Let me ask y'all this. So let's talk about the Kendrick Lamar video he just dropped, right? They not like us.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean,
everybody talking about this dude, Tommy the Clown. He got to be popular than a motherfucker.
Bro,
he was
I've
in
been.
that video?
Yeah, everybody
I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see the whole thing.
Bro, I've known
Shout
about.
out to Tommy the Clown. I ain't even know about you, bro. Like I'm from Chicago, the Midwest, but like,
you
bro,
didn't know about
popular
Tommy
as
the
hell.
Clown? Wait,
Man,
what?
Everybody
You know, he's
talking
the
about
OG
this
of
nigga,
Crumb Dancing, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
He's the original. He's the OG.
You didn't know about him?
I never knew, but shit, I know now.
Wait.
Bro, I'm from
hold
Texas,
on.
and I know about Tommy the Clown.
D-Lo said he ain't
Everybody-
never heard about Tommy the Clown.
Man, I know now.
You
I
gotta
had to
be.
research this man, bro. Everybody talking about Tommy
Are
the
you
Clown.
playing?
I'm keeping it real. You know, in Chicago, we footwork.
Oh, y'all motherfuckers don't know. Y'all ain't.
It's time. Motherfucker, Chicago.
that super bass. Y'all on that shit, yeah. Dude,
Footwork
dude,
is
dude,
Chicago.
that house
Footwork,
music shit.
We do house music, and then we gang bang and shit get shot up. Gang.
And they be fucking in the.
never come together
Look,
like
100. How many?
They be in the basement, slow grinding
basement,
and
on the real.
shit.
Shout out to LA. Shout out to LA because if everybody, I wouldn't even trust if everybody on the stage like that in Chicago because somebody finna set somebody finna come
He
outside.
didn't know
and
Tommy the Clown. That is in.
Bro,
Tommy the Clown is a
big
legend, like for like
legend.
years.
That's what everybody's saying.
For years.
Man, shout out to Kendrick
You're
Lamar
lying.
and Tommy the Clown, man.
You're lying. You trolling.
I ain't trolling. Like I keep it real. Like what I'm a troll about. Like the man, everything I have heard about Tommy the Clown have been nothing but positive. Everybody rock.
He helps a lot of kids. He helped
literally.
It's a fact that you don't even know. You didn't know him.
I don't
until
know.
recently.
So D, his backstory is this basically.
Wow.
He, his art form obviously is crump dancing. He's the OG of it. He helps a lot of kids. He's always been
from the Bay. I heard
he's
about
from
that.
the Bay. Yep, he's a Bay Area cat, but he's always been he's very influential in the communities with the kids and trying to help. That's what he's there for, right? And obviously, crump dancing was a form that really took off.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy the Clown is the OG of that. I'm telling you, when I saw the music video and him in the beginning, and he's blowing the whistle, dancing around, I was like, man, you know what? I was like, this is the shit. Kendrick killed it with this,
I ain't gonna
man.
lie. Shout out to my boy Kendrick Lamar. He went crazy with the video. Number one, he went crazy when he had what was that concert he just do, and it was on Prime.
Oh yeah. Amazon Prime put that whole thing on, man. That was he brought
Everybody.
everybody.
All
Everybody
the
up.
gangs. Yeah, Russell Westbrook.
Now listen,
Lamar,
listen.
Rosen.
I'm gonna put this out there, right? I love the positivity. I love everything that Kendrick has done. I love the businesses that Kendrick has really, Tams. I mentioned Tams earlier. All these businesses that he's put on. He's taken rap beef to another level to where it's actually building businesses and it's giving them a lot of shine. But I want to touch upon this, and this is when it comes to the game. The game has been complaining a lot. He has been, in my opinion, I think he's a fucking crybaby because he's talking about how he hasn't been getting invites.
Who's talking about?
The game.
Oh,
I'm gonna put it out there. I don't give a fuck. He's a fucking crybaby. He's talking about how he hasn't been getting invites. He didn't get an invite to the Kendrick Lamar concert in the Amazon Prime special that happened. He hasn't been getting invite. He didn't get the invite to the Super Bowl. And you know what? In my opinion, good, because when it came down, when it came time to claim, when the beef happened, it was like you're either Kendrick or you're Drake. The West Coast stood up, stood down, and they backed Kendrick to the fullest without even questioning it. He was the only cat on the West Coast that I saw that said, "Nah, I'm gonna be neutral. Nah, motherfucker, you gotta pick a side. You're West Coast."
Wait, hold on. So he, wait. So he wanted to be neutral,
Wanted to be neutral
and then he wanted to be invited.
and cried about because he didn't get the invite.
But you wanted to be neutral.
Exactly.
Does that make any sense?
Wants his cake and eat it too, type shit. I want to be neutral because in a business decision, I want to fuck with Drake.
Because I want to put my name in there,
But
and
I
I
still
want
wanna be the invites to the cookout on the west side.
Yeah.
It don't work like that, big dog.
That's some suck ass shit.
It's sucker shit.
I don't care.
And here's the deal: a lot of people. I'm gonna put some facts out there to the nature of this. The reason why I call this guy crybaby, right, is because this man has complained every time he doesn't get the invite. But the reason why he don't get these invites is because he's either talk shit on some legends. He didn't stand up for Kendrick. He didn't back the West Coast. And a little secretive known fact, that man claims gang this, blood that. He didn't become a blood until he got famous.
Or
Little
he's
known
just
fact.
too busy fingering 17-year-olds like India Love.
Oh shit! I need to hear about this. Go off.
No, like, I mean, it's a thing though. Like, when India Love was like 17, 18, he was fingering her in the park.
Damn.
So, I don't care about what the fuck he, like, that's just crazy. Like,
Hey, I'm gonna say this though.
and she a fine ass bitch. But, you know what I mean?
Allegedly, she was allegedly with.
He knew
damn.
how old she was because
Yeah.
her family is well known in California,
Yeah.
the Westbrooks. So
Man.
he knew how old she was. She was fucking, like, stop playing. 18, 19.
I did business with Morgan Westbrook, by the
Like,
way. Shout out to Morgan Westbrook.
Shout out. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys never heard of that?
I never heard of this.
Never heard of it.
He fingered her in the park. Like, She was young as hell, and he's old.
Easy,
Shit.
big fella.
I mean, I get it. She fine as hell, but it's just
Easy,
like
big fella.
again, we'll go with the older guy, the younger girl thing.
Oh, okay. So
like-
we'll put it this. So allegedly.
Allegedly,
He
by the way,
was,
allegedly, he,
with more. I'm sorry, India Love
Yeah,
when she
allegedly.
was 17.
Mhm.
Allegedly. You know what? At the same time, and you know what? Fuck you, game. It doesn't surprise me because
fuck that shit.
it doesn't surprise me because again, man, I've never. Okay, I don't care, man. I don't care what people think or say. I've never been a fan of this guy because I couldn't be because it was like the way he carried himself. He's always carried himself as a fucking crybaby. Again. He complains about the fucking invites. The man claims like he's gang this, gang that. Motherfucker, be real about it. You didn't jump into the gang until you got famous. I know the motherfuckers you run with. They jumped you in because he's like, hurry up, quick, jump me in. And it's the same. It's the same shit that Chris Brown did. But you know what? I give more respect to Chris Brown because the dudes that jumped him in, the Pyro dudes, they said Chris Brown got hands though. He pulled up to the hood. He said, all right, hurry up, let's get this done. They said he threw hands. He was like, wah, wah, wah. They said, man, he wasn't fucking around. They said that motherfucker laid it down. Mm-hmm. I'll give him respect. The fact that you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna pull up and I need to do this for my career, but you still put down and you still laid it down and you still on your G shit. All right, Chris, acceptable. The game, not
Shout out
really.
to my fellow tourist, Chris Brown, because he's a tourist.
No, I
I'm
fuck
a
with Chris, man.
tourist.
I fuck
love
with Chris.
him.
D, what you think about the game situation? Be real, man. Don't hold back.
No,
I want to
don't
hear
hold
it.
back.
Don't
Like,
hold back, bro. Just keep
Opinions
just put it
are
out there.
opinions.
Shout out to
Opinions
the-
are opinions.
You can beat.
Just
Hey,
let
listen,
y'all
you can
know.
beat the game up, bro. You're bigger than
Shout
him,
out-
okay?
The game put Uncle Freeway Ricky Ross, man. My Uncle Freeway Ricky Ross
he?
in the song, man.
He did do
You know what
that.
I'm
I'll
saying?
give him that.
Now, I ain't saying what y'all saying ain't true, but he did. He did put him out there on the song. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
man.
will say that, man. That's
We
what
all
I'll
get
give him
different
that.
opinions. You did.
Okay, all right. He put him in a song, right? Did they make money off that song?
No. I'm
Exactly,
Just
so
saying.
it
I ain't
don't matter.
disregarding what y'all
It
saying.
don't matter, bitch. It don't
Nah, I ain't
matter.
disregarding what y'all saying because in Chicago ain't no motherfucker jumping from side to side.
Listen.
It's what side you gonna be on. If you on
Where
this
you go.
block, they'll kill you for that. You
Okay, so
That's what I'm
okay.
talking about, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's just say here.
The next
He
subject.
put him on a song, right?
No, we staying on this subject, D.
No,
Don't
no,
even
we
try.
gonna stay on this motherfucking subject.
We ain't getting off it yet, buddy.
Listen. Okay, so he put
Buddy.
him on a song, right? So it's just because like. So the credit from that is because
No,
he put him on a
he
song,
put
or
him on a song
did something
because
like benefit off of that? Like did something
he put him on a
happen,
song. Okay,
or
so it was a beef
like, what-
between.
because I'm ignorant to shit,
Lemon
so
Pepper-
please don't
Lemon
take me
Pepper Rick
seriously.
Ross,
I'm ignorant
Ricky-
to a lot of shit. So here we go.
So
Go ahead.
everybody know that Freeway Ricky Ross, when he came home, he tried to take Rick Ross, the correctional officer, to court. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
The,
Yep.
So
the correctional.
Yep. Well,
Game was beefing with Rick Rose. So when he's beefing with him, he basically just shouted out the real Rick Ross at the end of the song. That's all it was. That's just my opinion. Y'all got y'all. Y'all
No,
got
no,
y'all
no,
opinions.
no,
You
no.
know, I got mine.
No. I'm not like negating or anything. I'm just saying like, was something gained
I
out
am.
of him shouting him out, or was it just he got a
So
shout out?
I-
So
he don't-
giving
he don't-
props
to Uncle Rick,
is
he don't look to gain, right? Because he winning. He came home. He went down for drugs. Came home and now he owned one of the biggest dispensaries in California. You get what I'm saying? So like he don't look the game. He's just a shout out. I'm just saying he just shouted Uncle out, so I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't gonna,
Yeah, no.
I ain't saying like I ain't agreeing or disagreeing.
No.
But let's go back to what you just said, though, D. You just said it. Where you're from in Chicago, you pick a side and you stay there, and that's
Yeah,
some real
for sure.
shit.
Ain't no switches. That's what
That's what I'm telling you, bro. That to me is like that was the most disappointing thing. If there was ever a time for the game to redeem himself, right? Because the Super Bowl thing, everybody knows the reason that only happened is because Dre and Eminem are going to pick. They're going to pick 50 Cent over his
Eminem.
ass.
I love
I'm sorry.
Eminem.
That's just the way it goes. Okay, but if there was ever a time to redeem yourself, this was that time. When Kendrick stood up for the West Coast and did what he's done, that has been the most viral and most talked about situation in this generation. Being the game, you should have been like, all right, Kendrick, I'm riding with you. Let's do this. I'm gonna be there. I'm fucking with you. I'm West. It is West Coast to the day I die, bro. He didn't do that. I'm sorry, he didn't do that. When it came time for him to explain it, he's like, oh, I'm neutral. You know, I fuck with both of them, but I'm neutral.
But
And
they
then
want to
cr-
be
and then
invited
cry.
to. They want to be invited to.
That's the thing. That's the thing when you live. Okay, when you try to, everybody want to portray themselves as a street nigga or a gangbanger, right? When you live that lifestyle, you gotta pick a side. I gotta agree with y'all. You gotta pick a side. Ain't no you know, 50-50.
But this is beyond gangbanging, though, bro.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
ain't no
no,
one
it's
way,
just-
ain't no one foot in, the other foot out. It's either you in or out. It's either you West Coast, but I don't know. Like, I don't like to really speak on people's situations because he may have a close relationship with Drake, and he may have a close relationship with Kendrick, so he may choose to stay out of it. So if it's like that, then I don't know. But then I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. That's why I say it's theirs.
I don't know, man. I lost a lot of respect for the game with these recent situations, man. I lost a lot of respect for
He
it.
fine as hell, but you know what I mean. He's fine as fuck. Like he's always been fine, but it's just that whole situation is crazy. Like you're neutral, but then you are mad that you didn't get invited to that.
Do y'all think Drake? Do y'all think
I don't
Drake
know.
can recover from this entire blow that's been happening?
Eventually, yes, he probably can.
I don't
think so. Honestly, don't
Drake
even
has a
think-
lot of fans, so I feel like right now he can't. He's done.
Drake was just
But
at
I
Dude
feel
and
like
stuff, that all-white
he
party
can.
performing. I don't even think he looked like he was a good hand.
Oh, you know what that just reminded me
What's
of?
his name,
Thank you,
Ruben?
D. Yeah, it's Ruben. You know what that just
Mike
reminded me of
Ruben?
you saying that?
Good, yeah.
Okay.
You heard
so
about
did-
the Mike Rubin parties?
Yes, I have heard about.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard about those. Now, did y'all guys recently see the recent thing that Lil Wayne came out about that party and what happened and what he experienced?
He said that no one talked to me except for
or Glorilla.
Yeah.
And you know what he
What
said about Drake?
What did he say?
Drake was too busy running around trying to figure out who was Team Drake and Team Kendrick.
He said that?
Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah,
For real?
he said that.
And that's supposed to be his fucking...
That was supposed to be his guy
his,
because he said Drake didn't even talk to him. Drake didn't even talk to Lil Wayne while he was there. He said because he's too busy trying to figure out who's Team Drake and Team Kendrick. Bro, I'll be like, you ain't helping your case, Drake. You lose.
You really just
you
not helping
losing while
it
you're losing, bro.
oh my goodness. He really said...
Who does that?
Wow.
Bro, if I just took a blow like that and I'm at a party, I'm like, whoever fucks with me. I'm right here chilling.
If you don't
I
fuck
ain't
with
gonna
me,
run
you
around
don't
be
fuck
trying to
with
figure
me,
out who's
period.
who's who,
No one
man.
gives
I ain't
a
gonna
fuck
do- I
if you
ain't
don't
doing
fuck
that.
with nobody. Like, who cares if you don't fuck with me? Like, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I guess in the industry, I guess that would matter because you probably would lose money if
Right.
majority of people don't fuck with you. I get that. But I'm just like, I don't give a fuck who don't fuck with me. I don't care.
Right.
Like, you don't fuck with me, that's cool. People who fuck with me, I love them.
Y'all want to know what's crazy? I was just reading something the other day, right? They said to own a house in America now, you need to be making $100,000, right? They said that even if you had a parent to put money down for you, your income would still have to be at $100,000. And they said that they don't see the housing market getting any better.
No,
It won't. No.
That's crazy, ain't
it won't. It
Yeah.
won't until
Elsie?
something drastic
it?
happens.
100,000?
yeah.
Damn.
Here's the
It
deal.
won't.
It's not, the housing market's not going to get better until something very, very drastic happens. If you think about 2008, 2009, we had one of the worst crashes in the housing industry ever. A lot of people
Recession.
right now are saying that that's what we're headed towards. I don't think so. I don't think we're heading towards that. I think we're heading to something much more worse. A lot of analytics that are out there, a lot of people have been breaking down and doing a comparison of what happened leading up to the 2008 crash. We have surpassed those fail safes. We have surpassed those much worse than what was happening in 2008. So when this does hit, it's not going to be just the housing market. They're talking about banks. They're talking about several industries within the economy itself are going to crumble along with it.
Don't keep your money in the banks, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
Well, hold on. Time out. What'd you just say? What'd you just say?
Do not keep your money in the bank.
Say that one more time because it got a little loud.
Do not keep your money in the bank. I never
That's
keep my money in the
very,
bank.
very smart.
Ever.
Because
Ever.
why?
Cash.
What did they say, Steve, about the banks?
So banks, what they do is, right, let's take example for $100,000. You put $100,000 into the bank and it's saving there, right? One, it's not doing you any justice because you're not making much interest off it at all. But what the banks are doing, they're taking your $100,000 and they're making a lot more money off of it. They're making a lot of money off of it because what they're doing is they're loaning your money when people do buy houses and they get their mortgage or they go to get a loan. They're using the money that you're saving in your bank to give to those people and charging them interest. So while they're making money off the money that you're saving into a bank, you're not seeing a fucking penny from it. That is
Yes,
just putting it in
that's what I'm
simple
saying.
terms.
That's
That's
what I'm
why
saying.
Put it in a Roth, put it into a CD, put it into something that is other than a bank that is building and giving you back what you deserve out of a massive amount of money you're trying to save. That's just a quick, brief summary of what happens with banks.
That's what I'm saying. Do not keep your money in the bank. Don't keep all your money in the bank. Because shit's going to happen. Very smart
what you said. Very, very smart. Because now, one thing I can say, if your bank ever crashed one day, every bank has what, Steve?
Well, they got an FDIC protection. You are protected up to $250,000. Even if a bank fails, the government has to ensure that you get your $250,000. But for those who have more than that in it, $500,000, $1 million, what was it? 2 years ago, the Signature Bank completely crashed. You had guys like Netflix. You had, I think, Amazon and a few other big name accounts had upwards of like $500 million in there, and they lost all that.
Exactly.
And Signature Bank is gone. That's done. It was a lot of shitty bankers. It was a lot of shitty decisions. You know, it doesn't help that we have a shitty a government that's making a lot of bad decisions for this our country, that's allowing our systems to fail. That's just the facts of it. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hatred for this, and everyone's going to come after me.
Who
but
cares?
you know what?
All of us, because
Right.
I feel the same way.
But it's the truth.
Keep your money under the mattress, like they used to do.
Hate those
They used to hide the money under the mattress.
Or put it into investments. Put it into investments. Put it into real estate.
Whatever you can do.
Right.
But
Whatever
if you can't do investments, put it under the mattress.
Right. If you can't, exactly.
Until you can figure that shit out.
Yep. That's right. God. At this age, I never thought I'd see the world or the economy at this point. I swear to God, I never did. I'm thinking to myself, when I get to my 20s and 30s, shit's going to be great. I'm going to buy everything, you know? And it was just like, you get here and it's just like, this is just the fact of life.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had to realize this as well. Everything is designed to work against you. The banks, jobs, everything. Doctors, insurance, everything is designed to make you fail. And it's done like that on purpose. Once you have that realization of that moment and you hit clicks, it's like, this is designed to work against me. You start coming up with ways and you start getting strategic on how to play them and beat them at their own game. That's just the facts of it. A lot of people don't want to look at that. So many people are too dependent on, well, the government's going to take care of me. These banks are here for me. This job, this 9 to 5 is, no, man. You could wake up the next day and all of it's taken from you and they completely ruined your life. That's just how it works. Yeah. I've been there, done that. Many times. Well, a couple times. You know, I've had my days where I didn't have food, water, electricity, living out of a car. Been there, done that. That's the moments that made me realize, it's like, I have to be smarter than them. I have to play this strategic game. How do I beat them to work? How do I reverse this shit? How do I make it to where they don't get to beat me? And then once that realization happened, I just went to work. And that's what's happening now. And I think a lot more people are starting to go through this and they don't understand it. And a lot of people are having trouble trying to figure out why this is happening. Okay.
So for the fans, before we close out, we got to get ready to get up out of here, y'all. I know y'all love us, but we're going to have more to talk about.
No, fuck that.
The fans want to know, what do y'all think about the BET Awards?
Wait,
starting off with Leah, the Dow.
I just don't feel like, look, I ain't even watch the shit, so I don't give a fuck about the BET Awards. I heard that it was higher ratings because, oh my God, did y'all see the video of
Sexy Red throwing that money?
No, not Sexy Red.
Do you love Sexy Red?
You guys know who Charles White is? Not Charles.
Charleston White?
Fuck, no.
You said Charles White. I don't know who that is.
No, I'm sorry. I got it mixed up.
Ooh,
Netta and Charles.
I think so. Is Netta the trans?
Was like, yes.
Okay, I think I know you're talking about.
Did you see that video? She was like, the BET was rigged. I'm not gonna say it was, but it wasn't. But really, we were supposed to come there, and the reason why the ratings were high because people thought we were coming there.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Did you see that video? I gotta pull it up.
So okay, so Netta the
yes,
the trans lady,
with her boyfriend or husband or I don't know.
We're saying because it was a speculation of them going to be there.
That's why the ratings were high at the BET Awards.
I hate to break it to you. What's her name? Netta? Miss Netta.
Miss
Hate
Netta.
to break it to you, Miss Netta, but yeah. I guess again. That's not why ratings go through the roof.
They have some fans, but I don't think that's why the
Listen, Sexy Red, Lotto, and Ice Spice are the reason why those ratings, if they've got anything, is the reason those ratings were
I
there.
ain't gonna lie, Sexy Red made it rain, huh? Chief Keef was in there, man.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
They did.
Oh shit! Did you see this? Did you see that shit she recently? She just said it today. Did y'all see what she said about this today?
She said, ask Chief Keef if I must.
If I'm musty, yeah. Somebody said she stank. She looked like she musty, and she said, "Ask Chief Keef."
Look, y'all have to watch this 20 Guys versus Sexy Red. That shit was fucking hilarious. I watched it yesterday, and I was so dead. Like that shit was. At the end, like I said, at the end, she was like, "We all go together."
I think
all of them, all the dudes. Because they was like, yeah, I'll stay here for you. Yeah, I would do this for you. Yeah. And she even talked about the Red Wings. She even talked about that. She was like, you gonna eat my pussy on my period?
Oh,
she
shit. So she revisited the Red Wings.
She
Dang.
did.
She's nasty bitch.
The question was, she asked him, she was like, have you ever ate your girl's pussy on her period?
Sexy Red, you fucking nasty. But
she asked him that, and some of them were like, oh, yeah, I've done it. Some of them was just like,
and they're saying it tastes like pennies.
Right. Some of them were just like froze up.
I don't.
But at the end, when she had like 8 people, including the person that was hosting it, he was a part of it. She was asking him questions too. God. She was like, you gonna stand here too, and I'm gonna ask you some questions. So he was a part of that whole 20 guy versus, her. And then at the end, she was like, we all go together. And she was like,
she got that song, nigga, we go together.
We go together. She was like, we all.
Oh, she's just marketing then at this point.
No, for sure. She was like, we all go together. And she was like, y'all okay with me cheating on all y'all? And they're like, they're like, so my question is to people, if you were with a celebrity or a high status person, would you allow them to cheat on you?
Hell no. Hell no. D, what about you, bro? No, I need to hear this. No. I know you got. I know it's gonna be interesting.
Would you allow them to cheat on you?
Beyonce.
Here we go.
Life, you know what I'm saying? I
Here we go.
Do your thing. She coming back home. What Sexy Red said, nigga, we go. She say we go together. We go
for
together.
Real? So you would let somebody cheat on you if they high status?
Man, she coming back home. I don't know if she gonna cheat too long though, cause she gonna be worried about what I'm doing because this thing exclusive over here. You did.
Oh. But that was the question. If someone is high status, would you or a celebrity, would you let them cheat on you?
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I don't give a fuck.
Sorry, I can't do it.
I don't give a fuck. Because you know why? Because I'm going to start cheating too. And then that's going to be a problem.
Oh, shit.
No, listen. Look, listen to this. Look, it's all good and dandy when they cheating, right? But then when you cheat on them, oh, you're the worst person in the world. So if it's a celebrity that I'm dating, they want to cheat, best believe I'm like, okay, you could cheat, but I'm gonna do my thing too, and I'm gonna cheat too. They're not gonna go for it though. They're never gonna go for that. Guys don't ever go for that. They can cheat, but we can't.
It's much worse. It's much worse when you're when it's a guy and a girl relationship. I think us guys, we look at it like it's like, damn, you just let somebody else go inside of you.
But they can go inside somebody else.
What are you laughing at, D?
They can enter the cave,
like
but no one can enter our cave.
Let this young man go inside of you.
How could you let this man penetrate you?
How could you do that to me?
Coming back with the results.
You're a harlot. You're a harlot. You're the worst person ever.
It's you know what though? It's an ego thing, right? Because as a man, right? Think about this. Think about this as a man.
Go ahead.
Another man just went into your home, like your home.
Your home.
Like that's what just happened, right? I think that's how we think about it. I've been cheated on before. When I was younger, I got cheated on. I ugly cried. I was like, oh, God, how? But it was one of them situations that it was like, damn. I'm like, you think about that shit, right? Because my dad's like, boy, man up. Them bitches come a dime a dozen. I'm like, oh, you're right, Pops. But it's like, but you think back to that, and it was like, it was more ego than it was like, I don't know. It was just more ego. It was just really what it was. It just hurt my ego.
Saying, though, but that's what I'm saying. Like, guys, they can cheat, but if a girl does it, oh God, the world is ending.
You got to be able to take that lick back. That's
listen, like I said, look, if you want to cheat, do that. But I'm gonna cheat too.
Damn.
You have to be okay with that too.
Well, y'all heard that, guys.
Y'all
You
heard
have
that?
to be
Y'all heard
okay
that
with
shit?
that.
Y'all heard
Y'all
that?
heard that
And
shit.
I'm
Because if you in the industry
Mhm.
and you with a rapper or whoever, they gonna cheat. So y'all
For
go
sure.
ahead, go ahead.
See, me
Y'all
personally,
It's a part of the game, right?
y'all heard what Leah the
But-
Gal said.
But it's a part of the game. But don't expect me to be home and waiting for you and just
Right.
baking cookies while you cheating. I'm gonna cheat too.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not built for that kind of life, so I'm like, I gotta go. I can't. I'm not built for this shit. I'm just keeping it real.
Y'all
I'm
heard
not
what
built
it
for it.
is.
I'm just
Look.
not.
Y'all heard what it
Look,
is.
Nah.
We appreciate all the new fans and the fans that's been sticking with us since day one. And we love everything about y'all, the controversy.
Babe, I
We-
love you.
yeah.
You my everything.
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 We love to
Like
hate.
a wedding ring.
We love to hate the love. We fuck with y'all.
Yes.
Until the next time, we finna keep winning. We're gonna keep shining, and we're gonna keep doing this for y'all.
Period.
Another episode of Lay It on the Table, the podcast.
Lay on a goddamn table.
That's fine.
Woo!